If you've been hurt or injured through no fault of your own, you may be able to take legal action and seek compensation for your medical bills and your health condition.
It is important to understand, though, not every case gets settled quickly. Here to talk about how long it can take to resolve a personal injury case, Herrling Clark attorney and firm partner Kristen Shireman. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so is there an average length of time for an personal injury case to play out?
No, because that would make this much too easy, right? So it depends on the facts of every case, and I think that's really important when you've been hurt to know that you can talk with someone and get an idea about where things will go. But I just want people to understand that it's not uncommon for cases to take years. And that doesn't mean that anything's going wrong. It doesn't mean that the case has fallen off the wagon. It just means that we have to give people time to heal and to really understand the impacts of those injuries. So it can be very lengthy.
What are some of the specific elements that take time to complete?
Well, when you're injured in an accident, we always warn people that you want to be really cautious about settling too quickly, which is, again, understandable. If you think about what happens to someone when they're in an accident, all of a sudden you have medical bills that you weren't expecting. You can be off of work and you can be losing that income. But before you resolve your claim, you really want to have an understanding of the broad impact of those injuries and not just what's happened today, but how those might continue to affect you down the road. And you never hope for a long-term injury. But if someone doesn't heal immediately, you really want to understand if they're going to have problems 5, 10, 15 years down the road. And sometimes the only way to understand that is to wait.
Well, that makes sense. All right, if there is a courtroom trial, how much does that impact timing of completion of a case?
Well, in Wisconsin, generally, there's a 3-year statute of limitations, which means from the time you're injured, you have 3 years to resolve your case or file the lawsuit that you just described. Once you've filed a lawsuit, though, there really are no time limits anymore other than what the court tells you. But cases can be resolved once they're in suit in a year. The longest case I've ever had took 10 years from start to finish. So there's a very big range of timing, but once that lawsuit is filed, again, the court is the only one that dictates timelines at that point.
And that doesn't necessarily mean you're like in court all the time. It's a lot of phone conversations and things like that.
Yes, just because you file a lawsuit, people can take a deep breath, doesn't mean you're going to end up in front of a jury or in a courtroom. Nowadays, cases really rarely make it to that point. Most cases can be resolved through negotiations before you file a lawsuit. But once you're in a courtroom, it's usually your lawyer that's there, not you. So that sometimes relieves a little anxiety for people too.
It's so helpful to have a team on your side like Herrling Clark with so many years of experience in such diverse situations. They have offices in Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, and Wapaka.
You can reach them at 920-739-7366. Find them online, herlingclark.com. Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks for having me.